I've just realised I had the mute button on. I don't know whether anybody heard any of that, but I just wanted to welcome you to the show. It's complete carnage here, to be honest with you. I literally just got back somewhere. I had to go somewhere and then come back for this. So thanks everybody for joining. Thanks for joining a little bit later. If you are coming to this a little bit later, I appreciate it. It's not normal. Yeah, see, Steve, I saw the mute. But yes, we're here. We're here. Don't worry. It's all under control. Oh dear. Right. So, firstly, where do we start? How is everybody doing? If you're listening to this as a pod, we are recording this live, as you may have guessed, and it's our Monday show. It's a sort of coaching, trainer, running shoe, hang out with you guys kind of deal. And I appreciate every single person who does tune in. So thank you. And Gary, thank you very much. I know the sound's off, but it's hopefully back on now. But yes, what else I don't know really. It's a funny old time of year. It's marathon training starting. I'm super busy now. We've got not now, but even more busy with everything's going on. I don't know whether everybody's seen, but we put out the sort of written reviews. We got that. It was a bit of a sort of, let's say, soft launch that will build over time. It will take a little while, let's say, to come build up what we want to put in there. So if you haven't seen, if you go over to FORDYRUNS.com, there's now a review section. So what we're planning to do is continually put the written reviews out as well, because I think people find them useful as well as the video ones. It's the sort of thing you could maybe read on the train or whatever. And that sort of thing. Alongside that, we also put out the 10% code at sportshoes.com, because I appreciate that not everybody wants to be an affiliated runner with the 40 Runs Running Club, which may surprise some people, because I think everybody would want to be affiliated with the largest running club in the UK. But I totally appreciate it costs money. But so we put out on there, sportshoes.com were kind enough to give us a discount code for our, let's call them, social members. So if you didn't know, you can join 40 Runs Running Club. And it's not a plug, by the way. I'm just trying to tell you that there's a code there. But you can join the club for free. So you can go to any of the satellite groups, and they're all over the country and even in the US now. But you can do that. So that, yeah, there's a code there, 10% code on the review page as well for sportshoes.com. So we will try and build that out as best I can. So any positive feedback you've got on that, constructive criticism, please give it to us. Send an email into hello@fordyruns.com. Right. So running shoes at the moment, it's super busy time of the year. There's obviously some stuff that's under embargo that I can't talk to you about. There are shoes that we've got that I can now show you. We've got the Magnify 3 here. Hopefully you guys have seen the video today on the Edge. I'm running in the Sky on Wednesday. I've got a race. I've got a pair of Ultras back there. Neo Vistas over there, but I think you guys knew I had them anyway. And there's some other ones, but again, I can't show you some of the others. But yes, so loads of shoes currently that we're going through and things like that. Videos this week, like I said, we've got the Edge videos out today. Tomorrow we've got a marathon running shoe pick, and that's for training for marathons, not race day, but for training for marathons. We're then going to put out the Sky video after I've done the race on Wednesday. We've got a 10K race on Wednesday. I'm then going to film the sort of differences between the Edge and the Sky and try and give you some more understanding on, firstly, the difference between this cadence and stride business between the two shoes, but also where I'm at with both the shoes. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to film that. I'm also going to be at a point, I think, where I've got enough miles by the end of the week in the Ultra shoes. So I'll probably put something together on that if I get time later in the week. That's the plan at the moment. Okay, so that's probably where I'm at in terms of shoes. What else have we got? We've got the Triumph in. Obviously got the Ghost that I'm still trying to get miles in. Neo Vista I'm trying to get miles in. So there's loads of shoes floating about. And there's obviously ones that are under embargo, which I think some of you have already guessed one of them. So yeah, and that's coming soon. So yeah, that's where we're at in terms of the stuff on the channel. The weekly vlog this week, I can't remember what it is. And then, oh, did you guys see the? Oh, what's this on here? Did you guys see the Nike release, the Vomero Plus and Premium? Let me know in the comments if, as you're joining, whether you've seen the Nike Vomero Plus and Premium press release that's gone out. Interested to know your thoughts on both of those shoes. They kind of look awesome, but mental at the same time. Yeah, it's just crazy where shoes are going. I think it's pretty cool, but yeah, they're out. So I think I'm going to probably get this the wrong way around. I think the Plus is out early August, off the top of my head, and we will have that shoe. When I have that, I'm not 100% sure. I'll probably know a little bit more about that next week. And then the Premium doesn't come out, I think, until October, something like that. September, no, October, I think it is. So yeah, so that's when that's coming. So there we go. Right, okay. So that's my bit. Still carrying on losing the weight. Good news. And if you are joining us late, again, check out the reviews part of our website now. We've got some written reviews and there's some codes on there to get some discount at sportshoes.com. All right. Done. Right, here we go. Let's dive in. And thanks again, everybody, for joining us. Again, appreciate it's a little bit later than normal. So next week will be hopefully back to normal unless something comes up. There we go. Dave's catching one live, which is pretty cool. Well done. Louise. Hi, Chris. How important are gels for slower runners? I'm aiming for a 65-minute 10K. Would I need gels to get me through it? I mean, we did a great podcast with Matt Carpenter, who's a sports scientist. He's doing, I can't even remember what it is, but like some fancy, clever thing that these sports scientists do. And it's very interesting, Lou. I'd go and listen to that because he was talking about half marathons and using gels and basically saying that you don't need them. Go and listen to that. All right. So it's on the channel. And it's also on all the podcast platforms that we do, that the show goes out on anyway. So again, if you're listening to this as a podcast, definitely go and check that one out from Matt, where he dispels a lot of the nonsense that's out there. But he was talking about gels for half marathons. So I'm guessing same applies. So go and listen to that. It's a really good one. Okay. James is coming to Hartford tomorrow. That's good. I think you'll enjoy it. Which reminds me, I've got to get some bits out. I teach a group, I coach a group on a Tuesday. It's one of the great things I love about coaching is the group coaching environment. I really, really enjoy coaching on a group level. It takes me back to that sort of when I did my badges, because now it's all moved to like online classes and all that stuff. But when I did my coaching badges, when I first started out, it was all like physical, on a track. I mean, it's just great. Takes me back. So that's why I really enjoy doing coaching groups and stuff like that. This is fantastic. Lindsay, evening all. Thought I'd watch a live on my Forrest Gump day. 1,107 consecutive days of running. Well done, you. That's awesome. Yeah, Dave's here. My hero, Dave. I love Dave. Right, Dave is one of our amazing people that we have within the club. Dave has started successfully a 40 RUNS satellite group in Lexington, South Carolina. He's an amazing human being because he's put himself out there to bring runners together of all abilities. And I just think that's incredible to give up your time to do that. If you're like Dave and you want to do the same, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. It's interesting. I had a conversation with membership secretary. We had two people join at the start of the week, and the end of the week. One in Brazil, one in Mexico for the club. So it's simply blows my mind how many people are getting into this. So if you're somewhere in the world and you want to start 40 Runs Club, like Dave, get in touch. Honestly, Dave, you're my hero. Absolute legend. Okay, Ryan Murphy, you still got coach slots available at the premium package. I'm going from Couch to Edinburgh Marathon, but did London Marathon before and lost my way. Bipolar will do that and going again. Yeah, good for you, Ryan. Yeah, I mean, we haven't now, but you never know what's going to around the corner. So drop us an email. Okay. That's all I would say is drop us an email. Anybody who wants coaching, drop us an email. And we'll see what's around. You never know what's around the corner. Someone could stop tomorrow. So it might open up a slot. I don't know. But yeah, so there we go. Steve got soaked yesterday. I've not seen any rain for ages, and I'm not complaining either. I ran a 1:27 half in the build up to Manchester Marathon. That went awful, and since then it feels like I've lost a lot of fitness. When is it going to come back? You need to get some consistency going. You need to get in the gym. You need to get strong. You need to look at your diet. You need to be doing all the right things, but you need to get consistency going. That's the key to this business. I'm telling you now, it's all about getting on top of it and getting that rhythm in your training. That's what it's all about. And you'll go and you'll all of a sudden it will come back to you, and then you'll get you'll just find your way, and then it will all start clicking, and it will just start all coming into play. So get consistent. All right. Mike Smith. Hi, Chris. What best easy long run shoe would you recommend to put into the rotation? Super Blast 2. You're welcome. Super Blast 2. Best long run shoe ever made. Super Blast 2. There you go. End the story. Actually, Mike, on a serious point, watch the video tomorrow, the marathon training video. So marathon training shoes video tomorrow. There'll be some pics in there as well. So check that out. That'd be a good one. Hello, mate. You're right, Lee. And Ian's in the house as well. Ian and Chris, hope you had a good weekend. Just seen the New Balance Rebel V5. V5? No, it's got to be V4 on sale for 70 quid. I love the V4. You don't hear many people talk about them. Hang on a second. The Rebel V5 for £70. That can't be right, Ian. Can't be right. I tell you why. Because they sold out of the Rebel V5. That red and black colorway and the other colorway, they sold out of that, and the new sort of shipment or lot, I think they go on sale on the 1st of July. So I'm guessing you're talking about the V4, which is still a very good shoe. And at £70, if you're getting the V4 for £70, buy it. And again, anybody coming in late, go over if you want a code from sportsshoes.com and you're not a 40 Runs Running Club affiliated member, go over to 40runs.com. Under the reviews where we're putting all the shoe reviews now, you'll find a code there as well. All right. Okay, moving on. This is pretty cool. Kelly's listening on the treadmill. Hero move that is. Vince, evening, Chris. Had a great weekend in the inaugural Sussex Run Fest in Haywards Heath. Fantastic weekend with some great runs and talk seminars with some fantastic speakers. Highly recommend it. Well done, Vince. There he's just corrected. The Propel V5, not the Rebel. That makes more sense, Ian. Yeah, the Propel's a funny old one. It used to be. It's sort of it had a really good spot, and then it sort of lost its way a bit. It is a good shoe for the money. It's got that plastic plate running through it. The fuel cell's a bit different to the Rebel. It's not got any of that PEBA blend in it or anything like that, as far as I'm aware. But it's still a good budget sort of super trainer, let's call it. You know, that's the way I would describe it. That makes sense now with what you was talking about, Ian, by the way. The Matt Nash questions in the house, people. When reviewing a shoe, how do you decide the difference between if a running shoe is a bad shoe or just not for you? How do I decide whether a shoe is a bad shoe or just not for you? Quality, stupid things that they put on there for no reason, ridiculous prices, just no relevance to anybody. You know, you see, I get contacted by obviously quite a lot of brands. I'm really lucky, but some of the shoes I've got no interest in reviewing, like zero, because they're not relevant for anybody. So that annoys me. I don't like it when they might necessarily change a winning formula. That becomes a bad shoe, maybe. If the weight's ridiculous and it's not justifiable, that's a bad shoe. It's okay if it's like a back stacked machine, then that's fine. Yeah, that's to be expected almost. But it's where they, it's where they don't try and save weight. That could be annoying. But then on the other side of things, when it's not for me, like your point is, when is it just not for you? Maybe it's too narrow. Maybe the foam's too soft. Maybe it doesn't just fit into my rotation. I can't see the benefit of having that shoe in my rotation. That's just when it's not for me. Does that make any sense? That's how I kind of look at it. So if there's stuff there that I just think is just annoying and pointless and irritating, then I'll say that's bad. And as hopefully you guys who know the channel well now, I'm pretty okay with saying what I like in that respect. But if it's not for me, then again, I'll make that clear. There's shoes out there that just simply don't work for me. But on the same time, and I've said this in videos, like with the Hyperion Max 3 is a good example of this, Matt. That shoe, I don't believe is good for certain people. But I like it because it works for me. It's taken the place of the SC Trainer to a degree. Would I go out and spend 200 quid on it or whatever it is? No, it was sent to me, so I'm gonna use it, and it's going to take the place of another £200 shoe that I probably wouldn't have paid £200 for. But I can't justify telling you to buy it because it's expensive. It's on the heavy side. It's got the cutouts of the meat. There's not much medial support. It's not going to work for everybody. Some people it will work really well for. So there's that side of things as well. So there may be a shoe, not just that it's a bad shoe or just not for me, but I think it might work for me, but it might not be for you. But again, I won't sit on the fence. I think that's probably where I'm at. I won't sit on the fence necessarily. I'll tell you the shoe that has surprised me, honestly, in terms of the differences between the two models is that Ultra shoe. The Ultra shoe, the first one, the Forever, whatever it's called, Experience Flow or whatever it's called. The first one was like really, really firm. I got sent the other one, and I was like, oh, okay. And I put it on. I was like, blimey, that's a lot softer. It's almost like brought the shoe to life. And it's the sort of shoe that I probably wouldn't have done a video on. But because there's a significant change in it, in my view, then I feel like it justifies me putting the time into it to get the mileage into it, to then create the video and then edit it and then put it out to you guys. That's another way of looking at it as well. And there's some shoes I won't make a video on because it's a total waste of my time, because I know after running in them for a bit, they're just not for me. I've had shoes like that as well. And then you get an email from the brand. Oh, man, was that video coming out? It ain't. It just didn't work. Sorry about that. Then you don't hear from them for about 6 months. Then you get free shoes from them. Mental, in it. But yeah, so I don't know, Matt. I don't know if that answered the question or not. Hopefully it did. Hopefully it gives you a bit of an insight into it. Okay, Steve's back. Do you think the race shoes this year are a leap in performance? ASICS, pun intended. Yeah, I think the Leap Foam's interested. The ATPU foam in there is significant, I would say. You've got the same, that the aliphatic TPU foam compound is also in the Puma Deviate Nitro Elite, not the Elite, the Fast R3, sorry, which is getting a lot of plaudits as well. So it's an interesting move from ASICS with that foam. And commenting only after like the race in the Edge, it was noticeably like proper large off the forefoot, which is where's the edge? Hang on. So the edge, in terms of, if you haven't seen it, so I've got, if you're watching, listen to there's a pod, I've got the edge up, so you can see that big load of leap there under your forefoot where the plate scoops down, and then back here you've got the Flight Foam Turbo Plus, which is the Peeper foam, yeah. So having that under your forefoot, it was like rocket fuel when you leant on the pace. So that was interesting to feel that. And as I said, the technologies in terms of the foams is only going to accelerate. I think that's the now the niche, because they can't go up in terms of stack heights on the race shoes. I think they can do more work on the plates. I mean, I can't talk about it, but there's a shoe coming from Adidas that's defies logic. Okay, but it's so cool to be able to see that technology being again like a concept car. It's incredible. So you can see the sort of stuff they're trying all the time. It's as a shoe geek, it's great. I love it. So yeah, I think in terms of the foams, be interesting to see what the Ray does, the A6 Ray, how in terms of on the elites, how they get on with that. That'll be super interesting. Any news on the Deviate Nitro 4? I guess that's what you mean, Dave. You're talking about the Puma. No, I've not heard from Puma actually, but I'll try and find out. I'll try and find out from you. Good even from Berlin. That's pretty cool. I like that. Thanks very much. Lindsay, any recommendations for a marathon day shoe for a sub 345 with a high arch or knowledge journey bros with higher arches? 345 with a high arch. Well, I know that Alpha Fly has got a high arch because it absolutely destroyed my arch when I ran in it. So that might be worth going for. But I don't know if it's going to give you much arch support, but the arch is really noticeable in the Alpha Fly. The Saucony got quite high arches as well. Might be worth having a look at. Okay. Big Fletcher's in the house. Yeah, important point here. Guys, this is a good shout out from Fletch. Boys, go and make sure you get your prostate checked, please. Really important to do that. Good note from Fletch there on that. So, yes, make sure you boys and girls go and tell the boys to go and get their prostate checked. If you're of a certain age or just under that, definitely get it checked. And Fletch needs a new race day shoe for the Great North Run. You know, I like the Speed series, so thinking of the 5, but still have life in the 4. I think you'll like the 5, Fletch. The 5's an evolution of the 4. I think that's what I was kind of saying at the video that I did on the Endorphin Speed 5. If you've not seen that, the video is out and the written review's out as well. Again, if you're just joining us late, get over and check out the written review stuff. There's a codes on there to get discounts at sportshoes.com, and all the written reviews will slowly but surely be appearing on that website. So FORDYRUNS.com under the reviews. So yeah, I would have a look at the 5 maybe, Fletch, when you get to finish with your 4s. That's what I would do. Aubrey's here. Hi, Chris. Since marathon training started, 3 shoes of the 2025 crop for training. That's a good chat, Gary. I would have a look at tomorrow's video. So tomorrow's video, again, if anybody, is like a marathon training shoe focused video. I think I've got 3 or 4 shoes, something for everybody in that video. Anybody who's marathon training, checked or beginning to marathon train. The reason I put it out tomorrow is because marathon training for a lot of people is starting. So like me, you got Chicago or Berlin, you might have already started and things like that. So that's one to check out. But yeah, check. But for me, I would say again, go back to the Hyperion Max 3. That's the one that I would say that if I've not got a shoe that I'm reviewing, so like I've got a long run on Sunday, and I've got a specific shoe I have to wear for that. But in general, if I wasn't, if I'm doing my Wednesday run club with Pagey, if he bothers to turn up on a Wednesday, then I'll drop in the Hyperion Max 3 if I've not got any other shoe to wear. So that's sort of slotted in. But again, it's not a shoe I can recommend to you guys. Okay. Hi, Chris. Did you see Ben Park's Comrades marathon video? No. Poor bloke finally getting to run it, but had terrible stomach and had a massive mental battle. No, I've not seen that. It's funny. A couple of people, again, trolling people, were having a go at me about a video I did, and they said, "Oh, this is just a copy of Ben Parks' video." I was like, "Okay." Firstly, I'm not aware of Ben Parks' video. Secondly, how can it be a copy of Ben Parks' video when Ben Parks runs a 2:30? Sorry, Ben, if I'm getting this wrong. 2:30 and below marathon. He's a totally different runner to me and will like a totally different shoe to me. So how comes that can be a copy? I've got no idea. Absolutely no idea. So I don't understand that. Just if I'm thinking along the same lines of a video that Ben comes out with, that's great. But again, we're so different in terms of runners. Then hopefully it offers a value to somebody else. But so anyway, but my point about that is that no, I haven't seen Ben's video, but I really like Ben, and I really respect him for what he stands for in terms of shoe reviews and everything else. So yeah, top guy. I hope he's okay, and I hope he had a good thing, good run. Yeah, top man. So thanks, Simon, for mentioning the video. Go and check it out, guys. Anders did a lab test last week. Surprised how wrong my Garmin was with my zones. Can you trust your watch, or do you need to go to a lab to get it up? I would say obviously the labs is optimal, but that's a cost. I've done video. I did a Cooper test and things like this. I think if you're going to try and set your zones, you need to do something designed that's going to set those zones correctly. And then again with Garmin and with any watch, take it with a pinch of salt. Yeah, it's always going to be slightly watered down. Use it as a guide. That's the best thing to do. When I'm coaching runners, the data that we give, we use as a guide. We don't use it as hard facts. There's no point me referencing their heart rate when they're not in a strap on, with a heart rate strap on, and that sort of stuff continuously, or they're not training that method. But we can look at a heart rate if there's a spike or something like that over a period of time. We may look at it, see if there's something else going on, but it's not hard data. I think that's probably the right way to say it. Amen. First time stream viewer here. Thank you very much for joining. I've started losing crazy weight after started running. Okay, great. I have a pair of Kayano 31s and Evo SL, struggling to find third pair for faster sessions. That's a real eclectic mix. A massively stable shoe with the Kayano 31, and then a wild and wacky Evo SL, which has got a really soft light strike pro midsole. So that's great. I think it works. Struggling to find a third pair for faster sessions. I'm surprised the Evo SL doesn't do the job, to be honest with you. But if you're looking for something super lightweight, I would go and check out the Nike Streak Fly. That's where I would go. Gary, you need to email the club. Kevin, I had to stop running 3 weeks ago due to plantar. It's the first time. Any advice? I'm 55 and been running 15 years. I don't know. I'm not a physiotherapist with regards to shock therapy on plantar. Somebody told me once when my plantar was playing up, I didn't have the sounds like what you got. I was just I got just filled up the bottle of water and ice and just rolled that under my foot most nights, and that's on a hard floor. That seemed to help it out. Best thing to do, go and see a physio. 100%. Evening, Mick. Dave's, we love the pond. Yeah, get involved. Brilliant. Love Dave. Hello, Fordy. Do you try? No, the Chinese shoes, no. They occasionally get in touch. It's like Diodora, isn't it? It's like, why bother? Who's going to go out and buy a Diodora shoe? You only see influencers in them, and they all say they're good, and then they're not. So who's going to buy them? No one. So again, I may be totally wrong, and it might be a really arrogant thing to say. Just be kind to me, but in my mind, I'm just like, what's the point? It's the doorbell's pair of Diodoras. But it's true, though, isn't it? It is true. I don't know. It's like, why bother? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. And I'm happy to be wrong. But the Diodora shoes could be excellent. But nah. It's just certain things, isn't it? But again, I'm happy to try these things. If you feel like there's value in me reviewing a Chinese. I mean, we upset one brand from China. Not sent us any shoes since. Didn't like honest reviews. What can I do? So I don't know. Never say never. Never say never. I'm open to it. I will always give a constructive review where I can. Big Ben, love Big Ben. Evening, mate. Just leading the Chelmsford to a hill sessions. Do you have any advice regarding a decent starter camera or piece of kit for vlogging? use your phone. Didn't they just film something, a movie or something on a phone? You can't beat your phone. Don't underestimate your phone. Carl, what's the best way to fuel before short and long runs? Fueling before short runs. I don't tend to fuel before short runs. I tend to run starved in them, but long runs. God help us, we've done loads of videos on fuel. Everyone's different. Yeah, everyone's different. I'll tell you what I do for a long run. So in the evening before, I'll have a carb-based food. And then in the morning, I'll have my usual porridge, and I'll have that 3 hours beforehand. And then I'll have a black coffee with that to make sure nature takes its course. And then off I go. I don't know whether that helps. Everyone is very individual, that. Yeah, very individual. Mick, after coming back from holiday, I'm really struggling to find my running legs. Any suggestions to help? I've put a few pounds on, which probably ain't helping. Get on it, Mick. Get in the gym. Get on it. Get a goal. Let's go. Come on. Get a training plan. Let's go. You know, you got to saddle up, boy. This is the thing. You know, you've got to have the hunger to get out there. Let's get on it. You know, let's sort your weight out. Let's go. Okay, give yourself a target. Right, I'm going to do this. I've done it. I'm doing it. I'm in the process of doing it. It's bloody hard. I'm hungry all the time, but we're doing it. We've got a goal, Chicago. Let's go. Okay? So get a training plan. We're focusing on the runs, focusing on the sessions, getting to the gym, making sure I'm eating right, making sure I'm doing everything possible to give me the best chance ever of having the greatest time of my life while I'm running that marathon. That's what you've got to do. You've got to pick something, you've got to aim at it, and you've got to go for it. You just got to pull up your big boy pants and cowboy up. That's what you got to do, Mick. Someone give Mick a talking to, please. Michael, do you go true to size with your Asics? I do go true to size with my Asics. I love Asics. The fact of when these arrived, I'm holding up the sky. They're UK 9.5, and they fitted like an absolute dream. You're welcome, Asics. Nice plug for you there. Listen to this, Josh. Let's go, Sydney. Good morning from Sydney. Big shout out to Matt as well in Sydney. Under 2 weeks until the Gold Coast Marathon. Interesting, Josh. I'd like to know your feedback on that. If you could come back next week, or next week when that's done, and let us know what that's like. I've got a client out in Sydney, so we're looking for stuff to do. Hoping to go under 4 hours. Had my most consistent 4 months of training since getting back into fitness 5 years ago. Current PB 5. Good luck, brother. Good luck. Just pace it well. Keep doing what you're doing, and you'll be great. But that's fantastic. You should get together with Matt and start running together. I know Sydney's a big place. I appreciate that. Start 40 Run Satellite with Matt. Let's go. Okay. Chairman Anno, if you didn't test and review shoes, what would your ideal number of shoes in your rotation be? Not counting multiple pairs of Super Plus 2. I'd probably say 3, and I think I've said this in a few videos now. I would say 3. I think that's the right number, to be honest. I think you'd have like a sort of up-tempo trainer, maybe. Then like a super trainer that you could do like longer stuff in. But that up-tempo daily needs to be able to do some daily work as well. And then the super trainer to be able to just mop up like the longer stuff with goal pace, and then race day shoe. Probably. Yeah, probably. I mean, in the ideal world, you've got like let's say a recovery day shoe in there, something as well. But I think 3 works. But there's multiple different options in terms of that 3. Yeah, that's probably where I'm at. Brian, 40. I'm also neurodivergent. I'm happiest in a marathon block. Do you think the hyperfocus and structured training is why a lot of neurodivergent people get into running? Yeah, I think that is the case. I think that focus on everything around the training block is what can help. I think if you're a neurodivergent person like myself, if you didn't know, I'm autistic and I've got ADHD. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's good. It can obviously have its downsides, but it's a powerful thing running for everybody, not just neurodivergent people. It's a powerful thing for everybody's mental health. So yeah, I would say, yeah. But if you're somebody who's neurodivergent, you're listening to this for the first time, then yeah, definitely get yourself into a training. But it doesn't have to be a marathon. It can be 10K, 5K, whatever it is. Yeah. But I like marathons because I can focus in on numbers. Again, it's the autism. I can, I just sit there with my calculator all day trying to work out what numbers I'm focusing on and making sure I'm banging them out. Okay. Jay Collins. Yes, Fordy asked about the Mag Max a few weeks ago, and you pointed me towards the Glycer Max instead. Took your advice, and like I say, thank you. In love with these. Yeah, they're a great shoe. Great shoe. Really, really good shoe. Gary, could you possibly do a video to help runners at a running track for the first time? We've done a video on going to the running track for the first time. Gary, it's on the channel. We've got some sessions on there as well. Even 40, I found pacing other runners at parkrun great for keeping consistency across the run. That's great, Headsby. And well done for giving back, volunteering and all that. Love it. Megan, looking for a new training racing shoe for the marathon, and I'm an everyday runner rather than a speedster. Watch tomorrow's video, Megan. Check it out. Yeah, check it out. There's a shoe in there for you. I'm telling you now. So tomorrow's video, if you're late to the stream, is a marathon training video about. There's like 4 shoes, maybe 5. I can't remember. We film these things in blocks, so I filmed it a while ago, and I tried to put together sort of shoes that appeal to different people. So check that out. That drops tomorrow. And again, if you want to get any of them shoes, that go over to the review page on our website now, which is new, all the written reviews, and there's codes there at sportshoes.com to save yourself a bit of money. Dennis, going back to last week about new vlogs, have you ever been invited to see how shoes are made, or would you be interested to see how they evolve? I've not been invited to see how shoes are made. I have been invited to something else, which is kind of cool, that we're going to become hopefully filming soon. But no, I haven't been invited to how shoes are made. But that'd be quite a cool video, wouldn't it? Because I'd probably just geek out. I tell you what I love doing when I talk to the brands. I love talking to the actual technical people. They're the people I enjoy talking to. The marketing people are really nice. But I like talking to the people who are into the shoes. So we go like deep. It's like Brian from Brooks, who basically did the Glycer Max and the DNA tuned. Super interesting. I could talk to people like that all day long. They're the ones. But yeah, that would make a cool video. I like it. Running my marathons this year in the New Balance 1080. No one makes anything better for size 16 2E. There you go, Josh. If it works, it works. Any other ways to improve consistency other than staring at a watch? Worst thing you could do is stare at a watch. Run to feel. It's the best way. Any ways to improve consistency? Yeah, get a good plan. Get an adaptable plan and stick to it. Get a plan that works for you. Get a plan that you can adjust on a day-to-day basis. On our coaching, the runners that I coach, all our sessions, you can. I mean, some of my clients are in tonight. They'll tell you you can change stuff on a day-to-day basis. They are told that they have to optimize their week. That's the only way you get consistent, because you will always try and put a roadblock in the way of doing something, because your body will be saying no, or your mind will be saying no, depending on how you're feeling. So move those barriers. That's why my coaching is so, not being big-headed, but it's so popular, because we make it so accessibly, the consistency is accessible, because we're focusing on doing what we can optimally to get the best out of that runner. And that's by giving them an option to make it fit into their life, because we're not all elite runners. We're not all people who do this professionally. We're doing this because we enjoy it, because we want to make ourselves better for our well-being, our wellness. So it has to be customizable and adaptable. And that's the way you get consistent. It has to fit into your life. Do a bit of advice there for Planter. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, like that. Thank you very much. Like it, they're giving each other advice. Evening, what's a good budget soft midsole shoe for slow, longer runs? Oh, you ready? Ready for this? Adidas Prima, Supernova Prima, under £100. You're welcome. Go and check that out. Fantastic shoe. Absolutely brilliant, that shoe is. Good for hill strikers. Thanks for the answer. Josh is coming back. Gold Coast is a great event. Have run it twice. There you go. Josh, Matt, you need to get together. Would you run a marathon in the Saucony Endorphin Speed? I've run the I've run a marathon in the Saucony Endorphin Pro. I ran the Berlin Marathon last year in the Pro, and yeah, I'd run it in the Speed. Listen, I ran a Berlin Marathon in a pair of Skechers Go Run Ride 11s. So why not? Let's go. Mike, look at this. Mike's in Miami. How cool is that? Skechers Aero Tempo for $140 or Puma Deviate Nitro Elite 3 for $230. My average 5K is about 830. Not sure. What do you need them for? Out of interest, is it a race day shoe? I'd be interested to know what you want to use them for. Really, to be honest with you, because they're two different sorts of shoes there. Really, the Elite 3 is a more racy shoe. The Tempo from Skechers is more of a it's a heavier shoe. It's not as lively as the Elite 3. Keep going. I think I've just looked at the time. I've seen the time. Anyone going to the track for the first time, be aware of the H&S. Be careful crossing the track. A 14-stone sprinter hitting you at top speed hurts, and don't walk across the infield when people are throwing. Yeah, that's true. That is true. But yeah, I did a video about that in terms of going to the track for the first time. So it's a good shout. That's why we made the video. I'd definitely go. We put some sessions on them as well. So that's worth checking out as well. Look, I've just seen the time. I appreciate everybody who's joined us tonight. Again, slightly later time. That's amazing. Thank you very much. Last call again, just a last plug. We won't mention it again going forward, but just please go and check out the reviews part of the website now with the sportsshoes.com code on it. So that'll be the last time we mentioned that, but just we put that out. So if you're interested in any constructive feedback, send it through to hello@FORDYRUNS.com. And that's it, guys. Look out for the videos this week. We've got a couple more than we usually put out in the week this week. As I said to you, we did drop the edge today. We'll chuck out the Sky video after I raced them on Thursday. If I get time, I will put out the Sky and Edge versus video. I'll try and put that together. And as I said, I wouldn't mind if I can, because I've got I'll have enough mileage putting together for the Ultra shoe as well, because as I said to you, that surprised me, the difference between what the old one and the new one. Again, I like to do things that are a little bit different. But we've got loads of shoes in. We've got to get some miles done. I'm looking forward to my long run on Sunday. You'll find out why next week. And I think that's it, team. Thanks again for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I'm back next Monday live. I'm also live this Friday, actually. We've got the podcast on Friday live, 7 o'clock. So make sure you come and join that. Tell a friend about that. And I shall catch you guys. Where's the outro? I shall catch you guys, on Friday.